How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Mythbusting Monday. I apologize, I've got a little bit of a cold, so I might sound a bit off in this video, but anyway, hopefully that doesn't distract anyone too much. But either way, this is the series where every single Monday I bust some community myths and feature it for everyone to see up on YouTube. So if you want to know how to get involved in these videos, stick around to the end because I'll explain it all there. Anyway, with all of that being said, let's get into the first myth of today's video. So the first myth of today's video is actually a little bit different. First of all, I wanted to do this myth because I seen a video by the user fishhook_cook, and he was actually nice enough to let me use his footage in this video, and I thought to myself, damn, this is really a great myth. So essentially, the first myth of today's video comes from the user Cynical. That was really weird to say. But anyway, for a while now, I wanted to know whether or not Sorrow's chest can sink some sort of skeleton ship, and thankfully, I found a video on Twitter that could prove my answer. So long story short, essentially yes, a Sorrow's chest can indeed sink any sort of skeleton ship you put it on. So that's definitely something to take note of, just in case a skeleton ship's done an L sneak on top of you and you find yourself in the middle of a battle that you don't particularly want to take part in. Anyway, nevertheless, thank you Fishhook for that footage. On to the next myth. So the next myth of today's video comes from the user Figgy, and this was on my YouTube comment section. Now Figgy wants to know what happens if you place a Reaper's chest on a skeleton ship, are you able to still see it on the map? So this myth was a very fun one to test, and it did definitely take the longest. So the hardest part of this myth was actually managing to find a skeleton ship. Now I don't know what it was, but a friend of mine did test this myth as well, and he was sailing around for an hour trying to find a skeleton ship when he had the Reaper's chest on. Didn't take me as long though, it took me around 10 to 15 minutes. But nevertheless, it was surprising the amount of time it took to find one. I'm putting it down to RNG, I wouldn't say there's any sort of reasoning behind it. Anyway, so what I managed to do was find a galleon that was sort of preoccupied on a slope, then jumped in, done the L sneak on their ship, and placed the Reaper's chest right in the middle. I also wanted to let the ship sink to make sure that when I respawned I would be as far away from it as possible so I could just see the Reaper's chest by itself. And that process took a little bit longer than I expected, probably because it was just trying to find a location where I could spawn the ship that wasn't overly too far away from where I was. And then once I spawned back, all I had to do was run straight down to the mission table to make sure that there was two Reaper's chests located right next to each other. And as it turns out, yes there was. I also repeated this myth as well that I didn't record when I didn't manage to sink the ship and I kept it up. The exact same result happened. No matter where you put that Reaper's chest, it's going to be on the map. A little bit of bonus trivia as well, if that skeleton ship goes underwater and despawns, the Reaper's chest is just going to float to the top and sit there, so you'll essentially see the mark just floating in the middle of the water. Extra bit of information, I don't really know if you needed it or not. Anyway, on to the final myth of today's video. Just quickly though, what do you think of the sped up format? I'm just trying to get through these videos as quick as I can so I don't waste anyone's time. If you guys want me to spend more time on myths I can, but if you're enjoying the new sort of fast paced stuff, then just let me know. Anyway, as I said, on to the final myth. So this myth comes from the user SoneAthlete5923. If I said it wrong, I apologize. But nevertheless, Athlete wants to know, what happens if you rigging bull a ship with wrecked masts? And this really did perk my interest. So just quickly, the footage of this video was gathered from a friend of mine. He streams on Mixer, and if you want to find him, just go to Mixer, then type up SCYLLIAX, or Silax in other words. Or just call him Skrill. Really up to you. So the way this myth was tested was really simple, honestly. All he did was sailed over to a fort, popped the mast, then hit it with a rigging bull. Now, as you'd expect, pretty much all that happened was the mast got raised. But the animation that it did show was pretty awesome in my opinion. Anyway though, keeping it short and simple, they are all the myths in today's video. Now if you want to know how to get involved and you want to hear about the live myth busting video that's happening next week, please stick around. If not, feel free to click off the video now. So first of all, next week at the time of recording this video, I'm going to be doing a live myth busting video where we get people inside the stream chat to suggest myths for us to test. Now I'll be doing this with Frosty and Skrill. All the details to that will be linked down in the Discord, but also if you want to find out where that's happening, it'll happen on Twitch. Now my Twitch is linked in the description, although if you can't find it, all you'll need to do is search The Cynical on Twitch, and I should be the first channel that comes up. Now the way this is going to go is for a few hours we're going to do some live myths, and then after that I'm going to upload the full stream to YouTube in a special video. We won't cut anything out so you can see the entire process that goes into making these videos. Plus, if you tune in for the stream, you'll get the chance to see yourself on YouTube as well as on the stream. But anyway, enough about that. Let's move on to what you can do if you want to get involved inside one of these videos. Now to get involved in these videos, it's very simple. All you need to do is leave a comment down in my comment section, head to my Discord, then post your myth inside the Mythbusting channel, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter, then send me a mention and ask me a myth you want to see busted in a video. If I manage to find you a myth and it sparks my interest, what I'll do is I'll do it for a video, and then of course I'll post it up on here for everyone to see. With all of that being said though, thank you all for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like to show your support because it really does help out the channel. If not, comment down in the comment sections what I can do to improve. I hope you all have a great day, and until then, I'll speak to you all in the next video.